So every week I'm asked a lot of questions, and actually, one that I'm asked probably almost every day is why would I, as an independent agent that runs my own business, want to leave a doing it on my own and go work on someone else's team? Well, I have four primary reasons why it's important to consider or even be on a productive team. Is because one is the steady flow of business. Most real estate agents have like a really hot streak. It could last for 2 days, it could last for 2 weeks or 2 months, or maybe even 2 years, but they really have like a really strong streak, and then they have a huge dry spell that can last even longer. They wonder where their next check is coming from, where their next deal is going to come from, because they don't know how to generate a steady flow of business. And business with your family and friends dries out. Second is a healthy net income. So hear that word net income, because so many people talk about their gross commission income. Well, that's great, but net income is actually what you have to live on, to work your work with your family, to go on vacations, to do all that kind of stuff. That's your net income. So let's take an example of $100,000 a year, and mind you, according to NAR, less than 10% of all the real estate agents in the United States makes more than $110,000 a year. So that's less than 10% make more than $110,000 a year. But let's take that for easy math. So let's say you have a broker and you make $100,000, and you're at a traditional brokerage where the broker is going to take 20, maybe even 30% of your income. So let's say that it's 25%, just for easy math. So the broker is going to take 25,000 off of your 100,000, so now you're at 75,000. You're going to have to pay your income taxes, which is probably going to be between another 15 and 20,000. So that takes your 75,000 now down to roughly, let's say, 55,000. Then you're going to have all your selling expenses. You're going to have your own marketing, your own advertising. If you're at $100,000, you probably have a part-time assistant that you're paying at least, $15,000 a year to. So you take that $55,000, and now you're all the way down to maybe $45,000 or $40,000. So when you really look at the gross versus the net of how you're running your business, it just makes sense to go work for a company who provides all of the lead opportunities, all of the training, and pays for all of the expenses, other than a few things that you would naturally have on your own, like continuing ed, so that you can really focus on your net income. And when you say that you make $70,000 a year or $80,000 a year or $100,000 a year, that's actually what you take home. That's actually what you can, send your kids to school with and go on vacations with and all that kind of stuff. So a healthy net income is second. Next is going to be more freedom, because when you're on a team, you're not all by yourself. You're not the one-man band, so to speak. It's impossible to set showings, go on listing appointments, negotiate contracts, manage the whole process, make sure you know where your next marketing piece is going to be, and then lead generate on the phone for 2 hours or whatever the situation is. It's impossible to do everything on your own. So on a team, you actually have support. So all you focus on is the activities of a successful salesperson, which is lead generation and going on appointments and writing contracts. That's actually how you get paid. All other functions that run a real estate team or company are delegated to other trained staff. Then you also have other real estate agents in the team that are there to help you. You have a graduation for your son and you have a hot buyer that needs to see a house. You're going to have someone there that's not going to want 50% of your commission to actually just go help you show that property. And then finally, you're going to have more confidence, and a lot more confidence, because we train and consistently train our real estate agents. I've been selling real estate for 30 years, and I consistently still sell over 100 homes a year myself, not my team, just me. And so I'm in the trenches every single day with you, knowing what objections buyers are giving us and sellers are giving us, and how to get the edge on our competition, because it's a fiercely competitive market out there right now. We have more than double the amount of real estate agents in this market than we had when the market was horrible, which, oh, by the way, I still sold then because I've been doing it for 30 years and it's all I've ever done. So your competition is fierce, and the more educated you are, the more trained you are, the more likely it is that a client's going to trust you over somebody that's just winging it and not knowing what to say. So I've always believed that knowledge equals power and confidence, and ignorance equals fear. So the more you train, the better you become, the more contracts you'll write, the more customers you'll be able to serve, and ultimately the more money you'll be able to take home for your family to do what it is what you want to do with. So hope this helps. Please join up for our real estate blog if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer anything that you need.